Love it. What's up, everybody? This is Ash to Ash Cigar Social. Welcome. I am excited about today's episode, mainly just because Drew's here and we get to see you make comments. So make some comments for us. But Drew, what are you smoking today, bud?
Hey man, we spoke about it so much last time. I'm having the Oliva Series V Milano. This is it. This is the top of the tier. It's in the top five consistently, but it's a great stick. It is a full-bodied stick. It has lots of different tobaccos in it, Ecuadorian, some Nicaraguan, of course, black pepper, the things that Drew likes, right? Black pepper. But sometimes people describe they have a maybe a bread taste in this cigar. So it does have some complexities to it, which is why it's constantly in the top list of cigars in the country. This is a great stick and a great value too. It's a wonderful cigar.
It is a wonderful cigar. Who makes that?
I mean, Oliva is not the company.
I don't know. You tell me, buddy. You're the one with 18 years. Let's go.
I was almost positive it's Oliva. Let's see here.
Well, you're talking about yours. I'm overly excited about this one. This is a Crowned Heads Mil Días Maduro. Guys, this is a Nashville-owned company that I'm excited about, and I have been for a while. They make some really good stuff. And I'm going to do the old Drew punch on this one, where you take the punch to the back of the cigar, and you just poke a hole in it instead of cutting it, and you sort of filter all those flavors right through that tiny hole. Pull this out, and guess what you get on the back end? This particular cigar is a 91 point rating on the whoever found it amusing that day scale. It is a Connecticut broadleaf, so you can take a look at the coloring here. The fillers on this one, believe it or not, is all over the place. Condega, Jalapa, all Nicaraguan filler on this particular cigar, and it's one of my favorites. So, Crowned Heads Mil Días Maduro.
It's so funny how much Nicaraguan tobacco is in both your palate and my palate. It's such a great country for tobacco. We're so thankful that we don't just have Cuban, right? Back 80 years ago, there was only one place that had the volcanic ash because a lot of these countries were underdeveloped. But now you've got a lot of the families that used to be Cuban now live elsewhere because Cuba changed many decades ago, but they brought some Cuban seeds with them. And now they plant them in different soils around the world. And we're finding out that some of these countries have really great environments to grow some of the best tobacco that you can find.
They do. I saw one in France not too long ago. A French, I'm guessing Cuban seed tobacco.
Oh,
Um,
interesting.
yeah, and it's coming from a decent manufacturer. Kind of, I think it was like a Davidoff factory French tobacco. Pretty
Huh.
wild. But speaking of, let's talk about this today. What is overrated in cigars that no one wants to admit?
Oh, are you sure you want to have me call somebody out right here?
Why? I mean, maybe not call somebody out, but what's overrated?
Well, you don't have to have $100 lighter to light your cigar.
Ooh, that's a good one, dude.
Yeah.
That is a really good. I've seen the Zykars and all these different brands that you can buy, and I'll be honest with you, half of them are doing this. I think this one's out.
There's a very well-known cigar shop here in town that has two locations. And the only reason why they have two cigar locations is because they made their money in lighters.
No way.
Yep, that's what they make their money on is lighters. And they customize them and ship them out to people all over the place. But the cigar thing is a side business for them. And the lighters is their main money maker for them.
I've got this. So I did some research when I first got into this, and this is gonna be so bad. Sorry. So I got this. I saw one of these lighters that when you open it, it goes ping.
Hmm.
and it was DuPont, blah, 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 $1,000 lighter. No kidding. And so when you're at the bar and you're flashing your jewelry and you can have that one extra little added measure of I'm important, you can get that sound. But what I did is I researched where they made them, which is China. And I found the Chinese branding for that assembly line and bought it on AliExpress. And dude, I got it and I brought it to. Did you see it the last time you were here for the cigar event, the gold one?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes.
That's what that is. And
Okay.
it's sitting over there, but I'm not gonna walk away.
It
But
looks nice.
it looks great, but it was $36.
All right. So, what's the craziest lighter you've ever seen?
Ooh. There was one that had both a soft flame and
Hmm.
a flame to a torch together, and they were at different angles, and it looked really fancy. I'm sure it was really expensive.
Yeah, I find it curious that the lighter was actually invented before the match. Like the
What?
actual lighter. Yeah, lighters are older than matches are.
Hmm.
Matches are a relatively new invention. So if you go back to your old movies, let's take a Christmas movie, for example. It's a Wonderful Life, with the Old Bailey building, and you
Yeah.
wonder what life is without him. In the five and dime shop where the guy works, he would make a wish on a lighter. It's this tabletop, countertop, huge lighter. I've actually seen some of those in some cigar shops.
Yeah.
They retail for about $400. In the base of them are these huge D-celled batteries. It takes four D square celled batteries to light that one flame. So even though the lighter might be a little bit older, it hasn't been really effective until recently, right? We use these little torches now, and you can find these almost anywhere. But I always laugh whenever I see one of those in some cigar shops. I'll light my cigar with them. They're fun.
That is wild. I'm trying to think of something else that's really overrated. Um, if you're a pipe smoker, obviously, I think pipes are way overrated.
Those are a little crazy, right? You want to get really into it. There are, I mean, pipes have been around longer than cigars have. So you can have pipes that are hundreds of years old and they cost like they're hundreds of years old too. They're like
Yeah.
an antique in most cases.
I'll walk in with my corn pipe any day.
Eric, can I show you my ashtray today?
Oh, my man. Let's go.
Check this thing out.
What?
Yeah.
Did you carry that? Did it pop out of your pocket and expand?
Exactly. So
No.
a lot of our ashtrays are tabletop, countertop ashtrays, but in some cigar shops, you can't put a table behind every chair. That'd be way too cost prohibitive. So you can usually pick up something like this, carry it around, take it to a new table, and it even has a little table along with it. But it's a nice, nifty tool, and I'm using one today.
That's hilarious. I today I'm pairing our beautiful cigars with a Pepsi. They have a zero sugar Pepsi that goes really well with cigars. I don't know, that bite with the smoke is really good for me.
That's cool. That's cool. How is your bike doing, by the way?
My bike, that bike,
Yeah.
good. There's five in here, but yeah, it's good. It's really good. No, I've got a lot of work to do to it, and right now it's just a showpiece because I haven't had time to do it because I've been so busy.
All right. So we need to set a goal, right? Do we need to have a goal that'll be road ready in 3 weeks?
Yeah, actually, it has to be. There's an event in South Texas that I want to go to called it's near Fredericksburg. It's called Fandango, and it's like a bunch of old choppers that show up, and I'm sure half of them never quite make it, but it's just really cool people, and I'm pretty sure I can light a cigar there. Pretty sure.
That's awesome. All right. So we're going to check back in whenever we publish this. Maybe the bike will be ready by then, but we'll check back in
You
2 weeks with
suck.
Eric.
You suck for calling me out on that. That's so
That's
funny.
right, man. That's right.
I can only buy parts for so long before I have to install them, right?
Mhm.
Um, no, that's how it works. Okay, so how's your first third on the Oliva?
Oh, perfect. I mean, and this is like maybe a 1 hour. This is not a very long cigar.
Yeah.
So this is right up my alley, man. Full bodied all the way, nice and heavy, and got lots of complexities with the palate. Love it.
Good. All right. Uh, do you know of anybody watching the podcast that's in a different state right now?
I do not know, but you have some people that are right.
I do, and it's so intriguing. I've been waiting for the for our episodes to get up there a number to where I can finally start calling people out and saying thank you for sitting down with your family and watching us on your television in the evening. That's what we do too. We pull up YouTube and we watch things. Um,
Would your
yeah,
mom ever watch the podcast?
yeah, she does actually. She's
Oh,
commented on it.
yeah. I would not even share it with my family. I mean, not my
What?
mom and dad. Remember, my dad, they hate tobacco because he grew up with it and had to farm
Do you-
it, and then he blames all of his family dying because of tobacco, which might be
oh,
true, but I mean that's why I don't really share it with them. So the fact that your mom is watching is a testament to your mom. Way to go, mom.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, my parents didn't smoke, but my grandparents did. So that was always a thing and they did in fact, cigarettes, y'all, not cigars. So I'm the first generation of cigars in my family, just heads up.
Yeah, the way my dad describes meeting his wife, my mom, is that she was against the bar smoking a slim cigarette, and he had to go meet her. And then after they started dating, he said the only way I'm going to marry you is if you don't smoke. That's how much he did not want it in his life. So they have a different view about tobacco, and I try to be comprehensive with what I do. Right, I don't smoke around them or have cigars or even talk about it. I want to be sensitive to what he feels.
Yeah, I think that goes along with the public in general. This is one of those things where, I mean, I'm not political, guys. I'm not that person, but I'm watching people in UK, people in Europe fight for the rights of being able to have a cigar right now, and it's very important to people. It's important to me, I can tell you that. And if someone tried to take that away from me, I would be fighting.
There was a period of time where, because there was a recent bill through Congress about limiting how people give away cigars, because
Yeah.
they would give them away for free, some of the manufacturers and suppliers. And Congress was like, hey, how do we know you're not giving those away to minors? And they couldn't tell them. So that it's actually now against the law for them to give away cigars for that reason. So they have to always go through a shop, and that way the shop's responsibility is checking that person's ID. And I, okay, that sounds good. Check my ID. I feel like we should be the ones who are having a cigar. Check people's ID. Let's be safe about it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think 21 is a bit drastic, but
You and I both served, man. We couldn't even drink alcohol in the military, but we could certainly get a bullet for our country, right?
so what did you do in the military, Andrew?
I did communications repair. So
What
I
does that mean,
fixed,
really?
yeah. So if you see in the movies where somebody's like calling in an airstrike or calling their buddy, that backpack would sometimes go out, and I'd be my responsibility to fix that and make it battle ready.
That's pretty cool. I I was an aircraft mechanic on big heavy aircraft, the transport aircraft, and I loved every minute of it. But the military is no joke, man. Like the biggest ops tempo is what we called it in the military, more than anything I've ever done in civilian life, by far. Like I'm sure you can relate.
Yeah, I'm so glad I was single in the military, because it'll wreck your family, man. And some of our friends, like you and I, we know people, they would
Yeah.
be in a special force. They couldn't even tell their family where they were going or when they were back. They couldn't even
Yeah.
tell them they'd be coming back. So imagine if you and your kids are at home and you're waiting on your spouse that's on deployment. You have no idea where they are, if they're safe, if they're alive, and you have no clue when they're coming back.
I
That's a really difficult ask.
literally just left lunch today with my friend that is a retired Green Beret, and like I beelined it here for this meeting, and he was telling me about survival training and all, and then he became after doing something with intelligence, he transitioned into being a warrant officer for uh, being a pilot for Apache helicopters, and just the training that goes along with that on top of that, and it's just like, dude, his body's beat up, but he still runs 14-mile, you know, stints twice a week or something crazy. I think he's got either a shin splint or a hairline fracture in his leg right now, but he's still contemplating running. And it's just a glutton for punishment, but it is also a special person that can do all that. And I want to say thank you guys to every guys and gals out there that do this, man. Y'all are the bomb. You're amazing. Thank you.
The families too. We don't.
Oh,
It's not going up past us. We know how difficult it is. So
it is.
you got
It is.
somebody forwardly deployed. We're thinking about you.
Man, that is so true. All the support system to get that person through that. 9/11 was not easy for me. That was a hard time, and just a lot going on. But so I've got a couple of friends too that are also their mission in life is to be there to support uh, veterans for being there when they make either the transition out of military into civilian life or just mentally be there for them because of the stuff that they had to go through. And believe it or not, you know what they're using? Cigars as the commonplace. Arlen, this is Arlen Landers out of Michigan. This one's for you, buddy. Thank you for doing what you do.
Cigars for Warriors. Almost every shop should have a donation box for Cigars for Warriors. You can put a stick in it, and they ship it to forwardly deployed military. This is a new program. This was not around when we were in, but it is now. So I can imagine some guys out there in the field, some gals too, and they get a shipment of from anything. I mean, good grief, if we got anything from anyone ever, it was such a field day. We'd share all the brownies, the cookies as best as we could. You know, if you put the perfume on the letter, we'd let some people sniff it, you know,
Oh,
every little thing. Yeah. When you're out there by yourself in a combat scenario, or even if you're not in combat, if you're forwardly deployed, getting a care package is a huge deal. I'm so glad that they're out shipping cigars for Warriors. If you guys want to look it up.
Cigars for Warriors, and then Arlen's company's name is Brothers Compass. Brothers Compass is on social media and brotherscompass.com. Support you guys 1000%. And if there's ever a time that you guys want to join us on this, let's go. Because I know everybody out there would like to hear from them. They're good people too.
Eric, I've had a veteran tell me that the cigar he was having saved his life. The cigar.
Really?
Yep.
Gosh, dog. And if you can't tell y'all, this is a problem. This is a thing that we need to be aware and be there for people. And I think Drew and I both have the same passion for being there for them. And just we may not be able to solve the problem, but we can at least be there and put our arm around them and say we're here with you. So if that's you, by all means, reach out to us.
There was a very sobering point in the military for me when we were going through training, and we were talking about being captured and what you go through when you get captured.
Right.
And there were some guys in who were training us, and they told us that everybody has a breaking point. You think you're not going to break, but you will. So there's a certain process that you go to. They ask you to not break for a certain amount of time, hold off for this amount of time. That way the unit can shuffle itself around, but it's a thing. You do have a breaking point. We have breaking points too. Some of your friends do. So this is always a sensitive subject, but you never know who might really need a phone call from you to go share a cigar. Don't hesitate. Make the call. Call them anyway.
Man, I almost don't want to put anything on top of that because it's such a valid point. And I don't want to bring up another topic to delude that. Um, are you still in contact with the people from the military?
So I was in before social media and Facebook and everything. I was actually so adamantly against social media at first until I saw that some of my buddies were on the fake book.
Yeah.
They were on there. And now that there's entire pages set aside for military people leaving the military. There's so much more support now than there was, but it's frustrating to know that people are still ending their lives and are struggling with mental health. Even though there's so much virtual support, there needs to be this interpersonal support too. But I am in touch with some of my military buddies as best as I can be. And admittedly, I should probably be more in touch with them as well.
It would be neat. I've got a guy here locally. Justin is the owner of Freedom Fighters Forever. He's stationed out of station. He headquarters out of Weatherford, Texas, and his whole thing is just getting veterans to just hang out locally. Um, it would be cool to somehow tie in with him. I met him at a wine event that they put on, and like they shut down the downtown area, and you kind of walk around and visit places and things. And he had a booth, and it was FFF. I'll wear the hat next time. I bought a hat from him, and then since then, I've also taken my motorcycle club to him, and we've hung out at his headquarters on a special Tuesdays, I think he calls it. Um, but there's things going on that aren't getting traction like I think they should. And if this is a catalyst for making that happen, I'd be all for it. How about you?
Yeah, I feel like there's some space in our podcast that maybe we could have a guest on every once in a while where we can interview them for 2 to 5 minutes and have them talk about their cause. If it's around cigars, I bet you there's a place we can fit somebody in. We just got to get more popular with it, because having somebody take time out of their busy day to come on our podcast, I
Yeah.
bet you we could do it though. I bet you we could fit it in.
Yeah. If anything, I would like to get some more information myself too. Um, but if you can't tell, I mean, Drew and I are learning this process of what it should look like to bring you value inside of the space that we find so valuable ourselves. It's a evolving evolving thing, and it's not going to be the same every single time. We're going to try to stick to the hard hitting facts, but occasionally, like today, we hit a topic that was very important, and we want to continue down this path of establishing relationships that may need our help. So, if we can do that together and do something we love together, man, I'm all in.
Me too. Count me in.
Cool. All right. Well, man, how is the Oliva the same still?
Perfect, man. Perfect all the way through. A nice even burn. I've got the ash going. I did put some ash in, but I could keep this ash going for a long time. Yours looks wonderful.
Do you know Crown Head stuff?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think it's John Huber that owns that company. I'm gonna go see him in Nashville in like 3 weeks.
Right on, man. I love Nashville. I think we've talked about this before, but I graduated high school outside of Nashville, Franklin.
Yeah, in Franklin. Yeah, that's a that's a place I can't afford to live now.
It's crazy. But I would tell you, when I was growing up there, it was a little different. So, for those of you who don't know, the Klan was founded in Tennessee, 40 minutes south of Franklin. So there was some things that were predominant even in my lifetime that were happening there. Our school was the Franklin Rebels. Our flag was the rebel flag. Our mascot was an old Southern gentleman, is what they called him. But it certainly did remind me of a lot of movie slave owners or plantation owners.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and that school is now been rebuilt. It was demolished, rebuilt, and they're no longer the Franklin Rebels.
No, go figure. If we don't have Redskins, come on. Are you a Redskins fan?
I'm a Washington Commanders fan, Eric. Washington.
I love it. Well, guys, you guys, you know what? If you're gonna smoke this week and you find a smoke that you're like, oh my gosh, this is the bomb.com. This is what I want to know. Comment the cigar that you're smoking that you're like, yes, this is my go-to. Or if you come across one that's brand new that you fell in love with, that you've looked past for years, we would love to know what you're smoking. Because if you know me, I like variety. It's old Drew here that's going to have to be talked off the ledge off his Oliva kick.
If it's medium to full bodied, I'll have it for sure.
Oh, you've smoked all kinds of stuff in my place. I'm sure. Is there anything that you've had at my house that you've never had before?
You gave me something with a creamy green label to it, like a light
Oh,
green.
Partagas.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never had that specific Partagas, but that one was okay.
that's actually not my favorite. The red one that we did, I think on the first or second episode, was probably my favorite Partagas. The black is incredible. I keep a spreadsheet of the things that I really like, so I know to go back to it. And part of that is for you guys, to let you know that if you see me smoking it, I probably have vetted it, and it is on rotation inside of my humidor.
I wish we could all see that spreadsheet, Eric. That sounds super nerdy.
I am a dork.
But you're a cigar dork, and that's why I love you. I'm right here with you.
Oh, cigar dork. That's the hat I need, bro. I'm getting us hats. That's it. All right.
Ash to Ash cigar dork.
Cigar dorks. If we had a chance to rename this, it might have become cigar dorks. All right. Drew, is there anything you want to add before we go?
Hey, keep that cigar burning. White hot ash. That's what we love. Thanks for having me as always, Eric. Appreciate you.
Later, guys.